So we are in our third part of our translation of this one. This video is a 2 hour 25 minutes, but because we are translating, it takes time. So we have series part 1, part 2. Now this is part 3. We don't know if there will be part 4 because we may not finish the whole thing. Even part 5 can be there. So otherwise, welcome guys. There's so much that we are learning, and take your time and view these things. Take your notes, because this is valuable information. Can't find it anywhere else. Thank you.
All right, we are starting the recording from where we stopped. And sorry.
Oh, it went to something else.
So this is a Marina Kuklina. The one is.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is part 3 of
yeah.
the meeting with Anastacia and Marina Kuklina, the interview. So Marina is saying that the practice of being self-sufficient, autonomous person brought honesty into her life. And she see that things, even with her daughter communication, she found such a balance where she doesn't need mask of being mother, pointing to her own daughter, do this or the other, or you didn't do this, or maybe you should listen to me, or all the experienced people. She found that you don't need that. Because you becoming the way you are. And she doesn't need any special words to explain her point, because everything becomes very simple and clear. And you becoming free from all the programs, social programs that installed in our mind. She found happiness and love through self-sufficient lifestyle. She doesn't need to be certain way with certain people. Like with father, she's supposed to be this way. With the daughter, she's supposed to this way. Or being mother at work, she's the third person. She doesn't need to do that anymore, because the honesty comes out. And you are becoming free from all the perceptions and social programs that you need to be a certain way. So you're becoming simple, and you are finding a happiness in little things. So Anastacia brings a point when you are on self-sufficient lifestyle, you realize that the heaven and what is the opposite of heaven? Evil are they're the coins of the same, the two sides of a coin, where you are going through hell in your life the way you live, but when you become self-sufficient, you find heaven on earth. You have the same life, but different style and approach toward the life and things that happens. You find everything coming with a love. There is a question from the audience. Where person is asking, what do you think, what autonomous people think about dying, about the approach of that time when people die? And Anastacia is saying there is no dying. It's everything becomes in your power. You can manipulate with your ages. You can manipulate with your state of being alive or go into the mode of die. So it's up to you. It's in your hands, under your power. Let's bring up the example she's saying. When people are fasting, dry fasting, all the sicknesses goes away in their body. All the problems with skin, like any problem with skin, everything, you free yourself through the dry fast. And that's the same with the self-sufficient lifestyle. Everything is just, you clear out your body and your mind. Everything is becoming healthy. Everything internally and externally of your body, everything is healing, going through the healing process. And it's constantly when you're on self-sufficient lifestyle. She's saying you don't need anything. You don't even need a water to wash your face, because it's just so clean during this lifestyle. It's just clean on its own. And you understand yourself, everything about yourself, all your desires. You see the difference between social programmed desires or your goals, and you start to see your own desires and goals, your unique ones that are not the social. I'm sorry. So there is a question people notice when they have a lifestyle of being autonomous, self-sufficient. They found consequences when they have when they go back to food, or when they all of a sudden comes out of the fasting and try to eat something. Something always happens, and that's the question from audience. Why everything is so connected, why we see that things happens when we are going back to food or consumption. So the things, in fact, the things get a different approach, where when you start with a minimum dry fasting your body for 1 day, 24 hours, you're just starting to notice things, that good things happens to you, little things happen to you. But when you start to go into the mood of self-sufficient life, it expands. It's the time is extremely different. if you all of a sudden in the middle of your self-sufficient lifestyle consume some food, something bad happens right away. Like you see that connection, that the time no longer is so expanded. Things happens right away, and you see it's like universe talking to you, communicating to you. So, and Maria is bringing up her experience where she noticed, she drives a car, and she noticed if she drive fast more days than 24 hours, so she see that connection even in bigger picture, where one day she was driving, she came to her center where she does a yoga, and there is no parking, and she is stopped and turned around and got into the car accident, because she connecting it to a food that she consumed the day before. And she's saying it's not just one time that I so sufficient, superstition, uh, thinking that, oh, that's something bad gonna happen in her mind. No, it came naturally because it happens all the time after she eats something. And now she's saying with Anastacia Zelevich, it's even worse when Anastacia is scared to go into the passenger boat or flying, taking a flight and go other countries when she consumes food, because she knows that flight can be crashed by some supernature or something else happens. So when she goes back to something to eat, she never uh, flies or never drive, and she keeps herself in the house because she's scared to come out because something gonna happen. Marina is saying, everything is becoming your life. Everything becomes manifest itself in your real life. Whatever you were dreaming about, your dreams comes true. And whatever you were always desired, or your hobby that you love or used to love in the past, and then you have no more time during your lifestyle that you live during the self-sufficient lifestyle, you realize that everything is becoming so possible. You manifest things into your life. So Anastasia is adding Anastasia is adding to the point where she's saying, of course, you're going to be with that autonomous lifestyle. You, of course, gonna have days when you want to go back and eat some fruit or something else you're gonna crave, and it's absolutely normal. That's how we all go through this lifestyle. But the more you practice self-sufficient lifestyle, the less you crave food, because you open up another world. But all connection, you will realize there is a connection behind every situation and every event in your life, because things gonna happen once you go back to food and then you try to go back to self-sufficient lifestyle again, no matter what and how it happened, if you go back to food, things gonna happen and you will see that connection, clear connection to what you do. It's like universe is telling you it's against your nature. Uh, so Anastacia is saying that this lifestyle that we call autonomous lifestyle is the tool to see yourself and you in every single thing around you. So everything and everyone becomes you. That's how you see world. That's how you becoming to see world. And well, she's saying that you start to control everything around you because it's all you and it's all connected to you. Autonomous lifestyle does give you a benefit of control everything around you. So there is a question, what still pushes you to go back to food once in a while? And Anastasia is saying most of the time ego brings us back, where we still have our ego, I would say, right?
Ego. Mm.
And Anastasia is also saying that everything is connected in a way where if you give away your knowledge, you're never going to go into a food. You would never want to eat something. If you in the mood of giving away what you have and sharing your knowledge and sharing your experience, you always need to be connected to people. You need to be in connection. And whenever you goes a little bit further from that connection, whenever you loses that connection, that's the only time when you go back to food. So the people ask her, where do you get energy if you don't eat? And she is saying, I am an energy itself. We are generating energy on our own when we're not consuming food. And when you realize that you are an energy and you produce an energy, that's when you realize there is something more. And when people ask her, where is your place of your strength? And she's saying, I am a strength. I don't need a place because I am becoming a strength. So Anastacia is saying, why am I sharing my knowledge with all of you? Why we are sitting here and then sharing our experience? Because we want you to have a better path. Our knowledge will help you to go easier through your path, because what we went through and learned, you can take it and apply it and become self-sufficient without our troubles that we went through, because we were learning. She's saying, as a astrologist, I can tell you guys that our astral map does not everybody's map, does not have any sicknesses and health issues on it. It's saying if I'm looking into anybody's astrological map, it does not have sicknesses and health issues, which means you don't have to be sick and you don't have to go through any health issues if you understand the logic of being self-sufficient. So if you are one of autonomy people, you will learn that you're not going to be sick whatsoever, and you don't have to get any health issues, run into health issues, because you are controlling it. So, and she's saying what our society taught us. It was building up on one thing on top of another and connected everything to sicknesses. And then when we're born, we need to be born among the medical people. And from there, we have all the programs from social life where we supposed to be sick, and it's normal, it's part of our life to get sick and then go to the doctor to get prescription, get a medication, and so on and so on and so on. That's how we used to live. But then when you get to a autonomy lifestyle, you understand the difference, that this all is our social creation, socially created programs, and we don't need to have them. So the question was, how does it possible not sleep then? Because there is still things that connected to communication, the guy is saying. So I've noticed if you in communication with people and sharing your knowledge, you don't want to sleep. But then if something happened and there is no people around and you by yourself alone, there is nobody to share things and knowledge and be in connection, so you fall asleep anyway. And Anastacia is saying, yes, it's life, it's okay, things happens, but the life is giving you people, more and more people on your path. You will find that there is a people around you all the time. They will start to show up in your life. So it's also the conversation about sleep, where she's saying it's life, it's fine, and things happens. But then she's saying it's when you stop sleeping, yes, it's hard going through that mode when you fall asleep, and it's okay. But then you will notice that things around you are very slow and you're very fast. So there is a question from the audience where they're asking that, but there is a social understanding that people die eventually anyway, somewhere around 70 in Russia, 70, 80. And Anastasia is saying, did you hear yourself? You all have this program where you already put in place certain ages when you're gonna go into that mode and you're gonna eventually die around 70. And she's saying, don't you understand? This is a social program you grew into or grew, it was growing in a social connection with the social understanding of life being limited. And autonomy lifestyle don't have that limitations. So Marina is saying, look at myself. I went through a cancer and 10 years of treatment of that cancer. I had chemotherapies and all the sessions that you need to go through per medical society in order to keep yourself alive. But then what life was it? I was miserable. And then I didn't have any more life left, but the year just of suffering. I healed myself through autonomy. I became healthy and I became happy as I never been before. Nothing bothered me. My teeth doesn't bother me. My body doesn't bother me. Everything is healthy. I am a healthy person, and I love every single thing in my life around me and what happened to me. And an interesting fact, when you eat food, you always feel sick. Somewhere something bother you in your body, always in the belly, or you have a headache or some other sickness or side effects from eating. But when you don't, or at least you experience partial autonomy lifestyle where Marina, she does still consume food, but she is, it's like a limited food, very little food, not constantly every week, every day. It's a couple days a week she fasts, and a couple days a week she eats once a day. And she's saying, and guess what? I don't have problems. I don't have problems with my belly, with my mind, with my head. I don't have headaches. I am energized as I never been. And I feel love. And I feel loved to everybody, for everybody. And as Anastasia is adding that this is just simple life. It's a simple things that is the simplest thing you need to understand. You don't need anything. And Anastasia also adding that, see, when you eat, you always end up somewhere in the hospital somehow, and it's never happened to a people who are on a self-sufficient lifestyle. So Marina is saying you touch something higher when you are uh, self-sufficient. Something touch you touch something higher where even a simple thing in your family, when you're taking a couple days off for vacation by yourself, and you're so happy that you by yourself, you're gonna rest from your kids, from your husband, and guess what? You enjoy your kids and your husband when you are self-sufficient. You want to spend time with them. You love every moment. And you never experience this happiness when you are eating. Marina is just sharing her experience where she became so free and at, just released herself from all social attachments, where she saw happiness in everything. One day she decided to go and travel to Vietnam, and she said, I went to Vietnam and I rented the room from the lady that I was helping treat her spine. And because I treated her spine, she didn't take any money from me, just $100 for all 3 months of my staying with her. She she took. That's all. That's all. I paid nothing. She met her love in Vietnam. So she's saying she met in her ages with her state of mind. She met love, which she would never dream of meeting. Someone who understands her. And somehow that man, somehow he is also lived this lifestyle. So she just sharing her experience that she fell in love in her age, being free from all attachment. And the guy that she found also somehow he is self-sufficient as well, being on autonomy lifestyle. From time to time, consuming very lightly, like fruits or veggie salads. So life becoming very clear from any social programs and any social influence. And just take my experience. I never been a yogi. I never experienced, I haven't been a gymnast. I never would do a stretching. And I started it at my ages after the treatment and of chemo, of cancer, after the chemotherapy. Once she became a self-sufficient, once she became on this path, she opens up that she can actually live a completely different lifestyle. Now she can stand on her head as a yogi. She can stretch her body the way she just only young people can do. She had a lot of surgery on her eyes because her eyes would go worse and worse year after year. And it would never help. The surgery would just keep the process of being blind further a little bit, pushes the blindness a little bit further, giving her a year or two of seeing a better vision. And now she haven't done a surgery because her eyes improved on autonomy lifestyle. So there is a question from the audience. Do you aware of anybody else who had a long life and was living the same lifestyle? And Anastacia is saying, I don't even get myself into thinking about or looking for anybody who had that lifestyle, because I don't care. I have my own life where I do what right is for me, and for me is for everybody else as well. So it's my experience where I open up things for me and I have insights that come in my way. She never heard about autonomy before. She became autonomous person on her own through her knowledge, through her experience. Marina is also saying that things becoming very fast because I'm on this path at this time for the last year of this lifestyle. She's saying her life changed tremendously, where all her 57 years she was living as everybody else, and was consuming food and was always sick and with some problems, health issues and family issues. But now, for the last year of this new lifestyle, she completely changed her life into such a beautiful, tremendously beautiful life, with full of happiness, full of love, full of giving back. And before that, before this year, I was almost dying. I was already dying. I was feeling like it's time for me to go. I was sad person. I was sick and sad. Anastacia is saying that, by consuming thing, you're not just consuming. You also, uh, you also damaging the planet, because you consuming it and then you damaging it in another way, where there is no going back, nothing you can give back to a planet when you consuming the things that planet gives us, this Mother Earth. Um, as she's saying, to save the planet, I see the way to save the planet, but just stop consuming it. Hmm. So there is a person from my audience. She is confirming that yes, Anastasia, what you do is you are giving your knowledge to people to learn from you, and that's a uh, great way to. It's very generous, and And she's saying, you're not pushing it to anybody as a religion, you're just freely giving it. And Marina is saying, the main point that I don't know what you're going to do with the knowledge that we are giving you. And all I can do is just give you my knowledge to you. But then it's your choice what you want to do with this knowledge and information. What pushed you to find this way of life living? And Anastacia is saying, my physical pain. I've been sick. And on top of me healing myself, I found that there is so much more life opens up, and I be I become having insights of visions, what's going to happen, what is really happens when person talks to me. I see exactly what person have in mind, not what the person is saying. And with that, you also remember that what you're gaining is control over your life and the life around you. And why are we going back to food? Because we don't have love, enough love in our life, either to ourselves or to somebody, but mainly to ourselves. And look at when you eat, when you're happy and you in love, you don't crave any food. Well, just a conversation about the connection of eating and all the health issues. The main point in this conversation is consumption. So when we stop to be consumers, we are finding uh, happiness, and we are free from any health issues. Anastasia is saying, yes, I do want to bring this message to all world, or to as much people as I can. And your problems, they resolved very fast, resolved all the issues that you ever had in your life if you try to become at least partly self-sufficient, like Marina. She eats a little bit and she dry fast a couple days a week. And Anastacia saying, take for example my parents. My mom stopped being sick. Her health improved. She is eating very little, though she still eats, but she eats once a day and it's very light fruits or veggies. Her father, when he found this path, also not completely on the path where he doesn't eat and doesn't consume anything, but still it's little by little where he does like Marina, a couple days a week. He dry fasts and eats a little bit on the other days, and things becoming very easy. And what there was waiting for all their life starts really manifest in their life. Like her father received some long document that he was waiting for a long time, and it came during him being on a dry fast. And again, it's not our just connection with food and drink and sleep. It's a lifestyle. It's a different approach of living your life. So how to take care of a sleeping part of your life when Anastasia is suggesting to try to deprivate sleep, and she's saying, remember that at this point that if you not serving others, if you're not serving yourself, not helping, not communicating, not helping where you are helping somebody or being in connection with somebody, that's the only time when you fall asleep. So if you serve to somebody, you never fall asleep. So always give away. This way you're going to keep yourself awake. And when you keep yourself awake, you don't want to eat. But if you go into dry fast yourself, but sleep, it's a different effect. Anastasia is saying, notice one thing. When you sleep, you never have a smell from your mouth when you are awake, but you have that smell out of your mouth with your breath only in the morning after you slept. What does it mean? It means that you die every single night. Little by little, your body dies from the inside, and that smell, isn't it the smell of a dying body? Your cells are dying during the sleep, and that is the smell of the dying body. So Marina brings up a very good point where she's saying, of course, if you don't love yourself, you cannot bring that love to others. And start with yourself. You need to find a way to love yourself, to forgive yourself first, and this way everybody else becoming love and part of you, because you're gonna see people through people around. You will see you. And Anastasia is adding to Marina's words that guess what? The food becomes hate. Like you hate yourself in the way where you just eat your problems. You're not helping your problems to be resolved. You are eating them down. You suppressing them through food. How, Marina, how did you handle sleep in your life? How do you fight that? Marina is saying, less you eat, less you sleep. You will see this connection. But interesting fact that sleep doesn't give you any energy, because in the morning you still need to wake yourself up with coffee, with something else that will wake you up. Marina is saying, I was practicing 2 to 3 days without sleep. And it's like one day for me. Um, So Anastacia is saying, see, when you sleep, this is the only time when your body gets dirty and releases all the toxins. And because it's dying little by little, it releases the toxins through your breath, through your cells, where your hair gets dirty only after you slept. And if you don't sleep, you don't need that shower or wash your face or wash your hair, because it's always healthy and always clean. We just have that, again, environment understanding among society that environment is dirty, and so we get dirty living in our environment, which is mistakenly wrong.
Wow, a very important point. I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
And Marina is saying, somebody's saying, I've been doing a dry fasting for a long time, and I've noticed all my stones on my teeth fell off. And Marina saying, oh yeah, and Marina as well as Anastacia, they're confirming, oh yes, your teeth becoming clean and white, and then all the stones on your teeth are falling off. I have 5 more minutes, Frederick. I have another meeting.
We have to stop at this point because the rest we can finish another time, right? Yeah, just at this point. At this point, let's say we'll start. Yeah, we'll start at 41 or 40 next time. There remains about 40. Was that 45 minutes? 44.
It's yeah.
Yeah, 44
we
minutes.
Can finish the rest on the next session. I just didn't think that it's gonna be like taking a little bit longer. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm really convinced, especially the part where she's talking about instead of helping us, sleep is destroying us, because you wake up, you find yourself, you have things on your eye, you have you are dirty, on one way or another. You need to bathe, you need to wash your face. So I'm getting convinced that she's saying the truth. She's saying the truth.
Yeah, but how hard to fight the sleep, right? Well, to fight the sleep, she's saying, be in connection. Always find somebody that you can share your knowledge or serve yourself, like serve others, give back.
Give service.
Yeah.
Thank you, Albina. I know you have to go. I had some distraction here. Yeah, no problem. It's just wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too. It's night this side.
Yeah. Have a good night then.
Thank you. Bye.